So hello friends, as you have seen, we are actually really putting a lot of efforts to bring, a lot of good content and a lot of experience from Dr. Ratan ji to, at your doorstep. So please encourage us by hitting the subscribe button, sharing and liking Dr. Ratan Talks channel. So if you haven't done so already, please go right now below here, hit subscribe button to Dr. Ratan Talks channel. And if you have already done so, great. Thank you very much. And please share it with your friends. Welcome back to Dr. Ratan Talks channel. Friends, we are excited to bring yet another session on emotions in front of you. So we actually had a lot of messages from our friends in the form of comments and emails what they are looking for emotions, especially they are actually looking for emotional intelligence and how to be successful in life. So today, let's cover more in-depth, real-time examples on what and how to handle emotions, what is emotional intelligence with our Guruji, Dr. Ratan. Why delay? Let's get started.
Okay, welcome to Dr. Ratan Talks viewers. See, as I told you, this our education system is focusing more on intelligent quotient. You might have seen intelligent quotient. Maybe we thought about history, we thought about geography, we talked about Hindi, we talked about different languages, and physics, anthropology, botany, computers, medicine, engineering, whatnot. All these things actually it will add for you for intelligence. Okay, then actually there is a research has been conducted by Stanford Business School. A professor, what he did is he has taken Fortune 500 companies from last 15 years, how they have been successful. So they interviewed these people, they also interviewed their employees, they also interviewed their customers. About 1,000 people sample survey they have taken, and they found that all these companies, they have been very successful, not just because of studying in business school or getting a PhD or doing only MS or whatever it is. Apart from this, what are the skills required? What are the skills required? And what it says is that, let us discuss about what is emotions. Intelligence, already you have seen your subject, your toppers, your certificate, everything is there. Now, actually, what is the problem in these days means whether in every sector we have not been told how to handle frustration, anxiety, stress, failures, depressions, inferiority complex, ego problems. These are the problems we are facing. We are not told in actually how to manage emotions. Now we have got the degrees, we have grown up, we have become leaders, we have become professors, we have become scientists, we have become everything in the life. Successful businessmen. But how to interact with the people, how to coordinate with the people, how to adjust with the situation, how to communicate with others, it has not been told to us. These things now we are expecting in our system, expect to learn from all this from your parents, now from your peers, a group of other role models. You have to read the books and again learn now. So at this stage, and people are asking that you have to master all these emotional competencies to be successful. So what is these competencies? Actually, what is emotions? Emotions means, as I told you, that you have to manage with a number of problems. That means what actually it says is that what the study says, what just now I was talking about 500 Fortune companies and how the people really have been managed. For example, you take about Amazon now, you take about Reliance in India, and you can see number of Starbucks. And these companies, you can see the successful leaders like America President Abraham Lincoln and current president. And again, you can also see in India, Mahatma Gandhi, or you can take about Indira Gandhi, or you can take about Modi, or you can take about in Telangana KCR. And what type of leadership they are exhibiting. And people are giving, again and again, they are giving their vote bank to them only. So that means these leaders, actually why they are successful, now let us go by one. What actually says is that what is the emotions means understanding self. First of all, you should know that what is his strength in managing this frustration, failure. For example, some leaders, they'll be successful today and tomorrow they may lose also. And again, once you lose, if you're not having confidence, then your all followers will go off. You might have seen all the people always they should know what is the understanding self and understanding others. That means what you require and what others. For example, political leaders when they're coming the election manifesto. For example, you can take the example of N.T. Ramarao. He has come out with Andhra Atma Gauram, a 2 rupees kg rice. And again, when KCR has come, he has talked about Niduru, and that means water, and again jobs, and different aspects he has come. So what I'm trying to say is, when time changes, you can also change your strategy. Now, can you highlight something on different fields? Now, let us start with the sports. In the sports, how these emotions can be managed.
So, emotional quotient and emotional intelligence plays a huge role in sports as well. So when it comes to, let's take a game called cricket. So in cricket, we actually have different formats like Test cricket, One Day cricket, where players will be tested against different conditions. Easy conditions, tough conditions, and there is something called as record, which is called as home condition versus away condition. Players will be respected more if they are scoring in away conditions, and there can be, for example, a player from India. If he plays on a flat pitches, it's easy for him to play, right? And if he goes away to Australia or England, there are bouncy pitches, there are swing pitches where different conditions will be thrown at him, and how he performs in different conditions plays a different role. And when when he fails in those conditions, how he bounce backs. And if he's failing, how he learns from the failure and gets back strong. And that's how Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, Rahul Dravid, all these guys will be differentiated from the rest of the bunch. So again, the Grand Slam is given is respected more because players are actually tested in different conditions like clay, grass, stuff like that. Only if they are able to perform in different conditions, in tough conditions, easy conditions, and still come on top, they are the ones who are respected more and will be successful. And those are the ones who are more resilient as well. And sir, this is the example I would like to give on sports, where you have to manage your emotions very well, irrespective of changes in cricket, changes in pitches, changes in country, how you are managing the change, how you're adapting to those failures in different conditions and coming back strong by learning from it, plays a big role in their success in different sports.
Okay. Now we can see that we discussed about what is the emotion intelligent and emotion quotient. So that means intelligent quotient means actually you will be thinking only through your mind, through your head and through your mind only. That means according to rules, simply whatever is there, simply you can come out with you apply that formula, you'll come out. But if you want, emotional quotient means nothing but you have to think with your head and you have to think with your heart. That means both put together. That means you should also understand others' point of view, what is important for us. For example, now you can take about Mahatma Gandhi, and he's very simple. And at that time, we are all facing a lot of problems with the Britishers. They have to quit this country. He started Quit India movement, and he said that non-violence. Let us not do anything. So that is a strategy he has followed, and people really liked it. Because otherwise, if you go for a strike, and a number of people will die. Same thing you take about N.T. Ramarao. He was talking about Andhra Vimanam and 2 rupees kg rice. That time was getting money is very difficult, and he was also successful. And same person, let us take about N.T. Ramarao case. He got absolute majority out in the AP. When within 9 months he was able to come out with the 2 slogans, and at the same time there was some problem in his personal issues, and people not accepted, and he lost his power. Now you can take about the successful of this Modi. Modi also he was also understood what actually people want. He has come out with the Hindutva and other slogans. At the same time, again, he has taken Muslims into confidence. He has given more focus on them, and that means he has taken different walks of the people. If you want to be leader, don't think of only one section. The other section will be going off. So same thing you can take about KCR. KCR actually that time people are not having power, people are not having water. First he focused more on power and water. And he also thought farmers are really facing a lot of problems from last 20 years because of other government was there. And he also given Raitu Bandhu also. Then he also given this Dharani also. That means Raitu Bandhu and Dharani, he wanted everything, digitalized. So like the depending on, even though most of the things he has not promised in the election, but depending the needs of the people, he changed his strategy, he is successful. So what I'm trying to say is leader means he has to understand the people because this dynamic environment is there, changes are coming very fast. So what people really required, what actually some of the things people, because and he has to take care of all sections of the people. You can't say only one section of the people. Whether it is a farmer, whether it is a woman, whether it is a businessman, all the people. So those people, that means you have to understand you have to take the decision with your heart and head. Automatically you will be successful.
No, I can actually highlight a simple example here.
Yeah.
So there were two talented cricketers, which are very young cricketers back in 1992. Most of you might be able to relate to it. Sachin Tendulkar and Vinod Kambli. They actually once broke a 700-run partnership in Sanjeevani Park, which was a sensation back then. And overnight, they both of them became international stars. And they were actually given different opportunities, and they started scoring well. So then, when West Indies toured India back in 1992, when Courtney Walsh was the captain of West Indies, they started firing bouncers, and Vinod Kambli had no clue like how to handle. And from that point, he was never able to come back to the Test cricket, and he declared retirement to Test cricket at the age of 22. And Sachin, from there, he went strength to strength and became, and prolonged his career and also shown his longevity in the career, which actually shows that how the discipline Tendulkar had, the attitude Tendulkar has shown, and the emotional balance Tendulkar had to overcome the situation. On the other hand, Vinod Kambli was not able to balance his emotions, and he actually fallen apart. But in case of Vinod Kambli, he lost the rhythm with the bouncers, and he had no clue how to come back, which actually he was complacent, and also he actually took it for granted because he scored 200s, and also and his attitude was not right at that point, which actually took him apart. So balancing your emotions at the right time, especially when success comes and when the failure comes, makes a big difference in your life for you to be a successful sportsman or be a successful entrepreneur. Yeah, Ratan sir. Yeah.
So now you can just see that, for example, let us take about the political leaders again. See, political leaders, what happens is they should be able to face whether it is a failure or a success or people appreciate. Suppose if you go to one constitution, they may actually garland and they welcome you. In the next lane, people are against your party, they may throw chappals also. That means they will be able to withstand with any, whether people appreciates or people rejects you. Actually, you should know that whether you are doing good or not. If your conscience says that really whatever I'm doing for a long term, good for my public, good for my society, good for my country, good for my state, definitely is going to be long term. That's what this study has been conducted by this Stanford. What it says is that it is nothing but emotional thermostat. Thermostat means this person should be very, very first to be confident. Suppose people are telling that no, this government is not going to come in the next elections, but every time, that time, sometimes the leader is giving very smoothly, they are communicating. When actually people are giving all blames and we is also showing some anger. That means we can't say anger is bad. Sometimes only thing is anger at the right time, right place, and the right people you have to get it. Then you'll be successful.
Today, let's end this session. We are almost at time to differ. In the upcoming session, we'll mainly, as Ratanji said, we'll be mainly focusing on work-life balance, how important it is and how it's related to stress management, and how important it is to manage stress. And we'll also be, there was a lot of interest on investing from a lot of viewers. So our Guruji will also be focusing, few things on how to invest. And especially for millennials, how to invest, what are the investing strategy they have to follow to be successful in life. So that's it for today, guys. See you soon again. Thank you.